homeless are being swept from their camps. There's no alternative shelter.
People have all kinds of needs, but they're not addressing their needs. All they're doing is responding to the symptoms, which is people sleeping outside.
And the message that we need to send the rest of the world is that, first of all, human rights need to start right here in America.
It's a survival issue, and survival's a right, and this is a constitutional issue as well.
A lot of people have come together here to City Hall Plaza as part of an ongoing effort to stop the sweeps.
How many people here are spending the night? Who's going to actually camp out tonight? That's great. We've got more people coming and joining us later, so I think our group's going to get bigger.
Thank you all for being here tonight, and for all of you who are camping out in this rain and the cold, it's deeply appreciated.
We have over 8,000 people homeless in Seattle and King County on any given night. Somewhere around 2,500 to 3,000 of those people have no shelter at all, because we do not have enough shelter for emergency shelter or transitional housing for people who are homeless. So everyone else is kind of left to fend for themselves in doorways or in cars, abandoned buildings if they can find them, and in a lot of cases, in a lot of the green spaces in this city, because there is a lot of it. And so people set up tents, they create makeshift shelters, they do what they can to have some modicum of safety and shelter. And what the city started doing in the middle of last year, after basically just kind of letting that be, is they've started a kind of systematic process of destroying those encampments.
Sweeps are the reason we are camping out at City Hall tonight. Sweeps are a term that is used basically by the mayor's vigilantes to attack homeless encampments.
We are setting up a little tent village here tonight, kind of a symbolic, visible effort to show that we're in solidarity with people who are sleeping in tents outside, and we're going to continue to do this every 3 months.
Greg Nichols has got to stop the sweeps. We're tired of him coming into homeless encampments on a non-emergency thing, taking our tents, our sleeping bags, our blankets, whatever we own, the only things we have to our name, and taking them and throwing them in the dump.
I'm here to support the homeless in Seattle and for them to be able to camp out wherever they want in the parks, and so they can have a fair chance of getting through the night and not having all their stuff destroyed during the day.
I want the mayor to stop the sweeps. It's not right. They're taking away these people's belongings. That's all they have in the world. And sometimes they're forced to go to the street. It's not always their fault. They should be helping rather than trying to take their belongings away from them.
People who are joining the homeless or who have been homeless are all different kinds of people. And when people find themselves in a situation where they're homeless, there's a lot of reasons that they can be that way.
What we are seeing in Seattle is a trend of trying to move homeless people out of sight.
It's making it really difficult for anybody to live in the city with a low income.
So much was falling apart and not getting done in the 10-year plan to create homes, and a lot of hate crimes were being committed against homeless, that people at Real Change were getting really angry and decided to organize a group of people that would start doing demonstrations, start taking petitions, just get more physically active against making our statement and our voices heard.
I've been working on these issues since 1978. That's 30 years ago. And unfortunately, the problem is much worse now than when I first started working on it.
It's more than a situation now. Now we realize that this is a planned strategy, and it goes back 6 months to a year that we even knew about, and before that, under Mayor Nichols. That's very distressful. So we'd like to bring that visibility to everybody who hears about this, realize this is where the city's gone, and that's not going to bode well for people all the way up into the middle classes.
My my brother and I started selling mill change papers, because of the paper, we have our own apartment. Real change gives a person an opportunity to do something for themselves.